Yes, you guys, welcome back. Tomorrow at 3 PM UK time, we play our first game of the new Premier League season at home against Crystal Palace. Now for me, it's barely felt like we've had a break since last season ended. After we lifted the Champions League against Man City, we had the Euros, followed by pre-season, followed by the Super Cup final, followed by the return of the Premier League in less than 24 hours. Is this team ready though? Based on my impressions from what I saw during pre-season, for me, these guys look hungry, these guys look ready, and it's quite clear that the agenda for next season is to lift the Premier League title. When Lampard first signed for us, literally 3 seasons back, he said that in the 3rd season, that would be the season that the club would mount a title challenge. We are in that season now, you guys, and expectations have never been higher. We go into this Crystal Palace game having just beaten Villarreal in the Super Cup final, already completing one of the objectives that we set this season. The question is though, can we complete the rest of our objectives? The question is though, can we complete the rest of our objectives? The question is though, can we complete the rest of our objectives? The question is though, can we complete the rest of our objectives? Well, considering we've just signed Romelu Lukaku for a club record fee, as well as the fact that we may dip into the market again to continue to reinforce the squads, it seems like everyone at this club, from the top all the way to the very bottom, is doing their bit to help aid towards lifting this Premier League title. Now, let's look into our opponents in Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace traditionally have been a little bit of a bogey team, one of those teams where if we're not focused, they tend to get the result. This summer, Crystal Palace have been cooking. They've been signing some young, exciting English talent. Of course, they recently bought Mark Gay from us on a permanent deal, followed by the loan signing as well of Conor Gallagher, who of course won't be featuring in the game tomorrow. Alongside this, they have a new manager now in Patrick Vieira, and throughout their pre-season campaign, they have gone undefeated. They've won 4 or 5 games, only drawing 1 game, and it seems like Vieira is getting Crystal Palace to play more on the front foot and play more attacking football. For me, they must be respected tomorrow, on top of the fact that we've just come off playing 120 minutes plus against Villarreal. The fitness levels, they're not perfect just yet, and for me, this could be a very difficult game tomorrow if the focus ain't there. In today's match preview, guys, I'm going to break down Tuchel's press conference, I'm going to break down the predicted lineups I'm expecting to see in tomorrow's game, as well as ending by giving my match prediction for the game. So I hope you guys are happy to see the previous return back for the new season. How excited are you? Comment below, let us know how you're feeling, and do you feel that we can win the Premier League title this season? Before I get into things though, you guys, I need to get one quick plug out of the way first. Now, before I continue on, I want to give a massive shout out to OneFootball for sponsoring Blue Lines TV. Now, in preparation for the upcoming Premier League season, OneFootball are doing things big. They have an epic prize draw giveaway where you have the chance to not only win the football jersey of your choosing, to not only win free OneFootball merchandise, but on top of that, you guys can get your pre-ordered copy of FIFA 22. What? FIFA? Yeah, you guys heard me right. And if you want to participate, it's ever so simple, you guys. All you have to do is go to the description, click on the competition landing link. Once it takes you there, you have to do this. If you don't have OneFootball, you will find a link in the landing page, click on that, download it, and once you do, you qualify, and then from then on, it's very simple. Copy and paste the first article you see on OneFootball, fill in your deets, and of course, give your 5 matchday predictions, and of course, give your 5 matchday predictions as well, you guys. It's so simple, it's such a sick prize. Get involved, you guys, in the description. Click on the link, download it, help yourself out and help support Blue Lines TV as well. So without wasting any time, let's get straight into things by breaking down Tuchel in his first press conference of the new season. And now, we go into the first press conference of the new season, and let's hear what Thomas Tuchel had to say. Now naturally, after the signing of Romelu Lukaku, after us just lifting the Super Cup, it was no surprise today that Thomas Tuchel was in good moods, and he seemed to be a little bit hyped today. Now, in this press conference, talk was focused, and the whole talk was dominated on Lukaku. And in the press conference, Thomas Tuchel spoke about him quite a lot. Now, let's hear what he had to say. He starts things off by discussing that Lukaku, in terms of personality, strength, speed, and character, is an excellent addition to the squad. At the same time, he is incredibly humble as well. He is worth the money and worth the price. Now, to continue on, there was more Lukaku love shown, with Tuchel saying that his ability to play with his back to goal is going to really help the team, and he can't wait to see him play until we play Arsenal on the 22nd of August. Thomas Tuchel seemed to be in very good spirits today naturally. He was even busting a few jokes in the press conference. One funny one in particular was him just discussing his plans to have Lukaku and Haaland up front, Lewandowski in behind, just having a little bit of fun based on the, non-stop crazy reports and rumours and news stories surrounding the striker we were desperately trying to sign this window. Now, talk turned towards our ambitions for the new season, and Tuchel was asked whether we can mount a title challenge competing against Man City. As Tuchel said, the team still needs to find its full fitness. We aren't there just yet. We're still building towards that. However, he wants his team to compete from day one tomorrow against Palace and not wait until we play against Man City to mount our title challenge. For me, this is the energy we need to have for this season. We have to be at it and focused and hungry in every single game. This will be very difficult. Lifting a league title over 38 long weeks, it's very difficult, but it's about time, you guys, that we do this and finally win this trophy that we haven't won since the 16-17 season. To end things, we got some confirmation surrounding N'Golo Kante. It seems that this time he may be hit or miss in regards to whether he plays, so maybe he comes off the bench. And of course, we found out that Hakim Ziyech, of course, won't be taking any part in the game tomorrow. We still don't know how severe his injury is at this point in time, but let's hope that he's back very soon, because for me, this guy was looking dangerous in pre-season. But anyway, you guys, we now move on to the predicted lineup part for today's video. I'm going to start straight with the first one. I'm going to be going through 3 different predicted ones. For the first lineup, this is a very safe, competitive one. It is the return of the 3-4-2-1, and up front, I've gone for Timo Werner, alongside Pulisic and Mason Mount. In midfield, I've gone for Kovacic and Jorginho, based on maybe Kante, not being fully fit for the game tomorrow. Wing backs, I've gone for Ben, I've gone for Reece James, and in defence, I've gone for Rudy, Silva, Azpilicueta, and Mendy in goal as well. Now, even though I've stated this lineup, I'm not necessarily too sure that this will be the one we see, but this is me picking this one based on the fact that these are solid players that Tuchel can rely upon. He wants to make a statement with our first game tomorrow, and it does make sense that you go to trusted players that can get that job done. Of course, we haven't really seen Silva gain any time during pre-season. Same thing for Ben and for Reece James as well. They didn't play in the Super Cup final. Were they being rested for this game? I would not be surprised, to be honest. And to end things, you guys, let's discuss the front 3 again. I'm gone for Pulisic, Werner, and Mason Mount. Kai Havertz played 120 minutes, very tired. It wouldn't make sense to put him under more stress for the first game. I wouldn't be surprised though if he is a substitute sometime in the second half. But I think on this lineup, it's quite fresh. Mount hasn't had as much of a pre-season. Pulisic didn't start that game, but he does look quite sharp, and it's an opportunity for him now to really step up and start to claim a spot in the team. So that is the first lineup out the way, you guys. We now move on to the second lineup, and again, it is another 3-4-2-1. However, the lineup is different. Up front, Pulisic, Werner, and Mount, because I feel like this will be the front 3 that we see tomorrow. In midfield, I've gone for Jorginho and Kova. In the wing backs, I've gone for Hudson-Odoi again, alongside Ben Chilwell too. I do think maybe Tuchel may think, okay, Reece James, I'll bring him on in the second half. Hudson-Odoi took him off in that game to rest him in this upcoming game against Crystal Palace. Ideally, I prefer to see him playing further forwards. I don't understand why Pulisic constantly is able to claim that left side spot when at times he's been quite inconsistent, and every time we've seen Callum play there, you can tell there's a lot more to come from him, and hopefully this season he gets more consistent minutes playing further forwards. But of course, you guys, in midfield, I've gone for George and Kova, and in defence, I have gone for Rudiger. I've gone for Andreas Christensen, and I've gone for Trevor Chalobah with Mendy in goal. Chalobah put in an incredible performance against Villarreal. He stepped up, he had a few interview moments, but the way he just completely put them in the bin. He rose to the occasion. He stood up for the team, making countless interceptions and big moments. And on top of that, he showed that he understands how to play in the system. His positioning was very good, and he's very comfortable stepping up into midfield to help push the plays. So, Tuchel said after that press conference, listen, Trevor, we said before that he'd go on loan, but there could be maybe some reservations now. And considering that we haven't found any agreement for Koundé, I've always said this, but I feel like the defense is an area we don't have to invest in because we already have amazing defenders here. So, let's see if Tuchel gives him an opportunity based on him being one of the most impressive players during our pre-season. And of course, to complete things, I've gone for Andreas Christensen in the middle of the back three. Now, when he came on in the second half against Villarreal, I did feel like he was a little bit inconsistent. Maybe a few sloppy passes here and there. That isn't characteristic of him though. Of course, pre-season, he's still finding his fitness. He hasn't got as many minutes. So, it'd be interesting to see if Christensen did start. Maybe Zuma could remain in that spot. Who knows? But at the same time, he came on, and maybe this is just continuous conditioning to be ready for this game tomorrow. So there you guys have it, man. That was the 2 predicted lineups out of the way. We'll now end things by going to the match prediction part. And as you guys can see, I've gone for a 2-0 win. I think this will be a very difficult game, purely based on the lack of intensity levels. At times against Villarreal, our press wasn't as consistent. And immediately that told me, okay, these guys can't maintain it as much. They need more time to find their groove and find their consistency. That makes a lot of sense. Of course, 120 minutes, so it takes all that out from the players. And with Crystal Palace, they have a few of their own injury issues as well. Of course, Elise won't be playing tomorrow. Eze is still out. Anderson won't be playing as well. He hasn't had as much of a preseason just now, so not all the new signings are playing tomorrow. So that gives us a little bit of an advantage ourselves. But of course, first game, London derby. Expect Mark Guy to step up his first Premier League game against the club that he's been with ever since he was a kid. There's going to be a lot of storyline moments in the game tomorrow, and I am just absolutely gassed for the game tomorrow, you guys. So there you guys have it. I've gone for a 2-0 one. A part of me feels like this will be a 1-0 win, but I'm hoping that with the fans being in the stadium, even though they're not all going to be there, based on the club not getting these seats ready in time, which for me is absolutely baffling. It's crazy. But, positives, you guys, the fans being behind the team, that's going to be helpful when it comes to trying to mount this title challenge. So on that note, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the preview today. Show your love and support, smash that like button, and of course, press the bell notification button too to stay up to date to all the latest Blue Lions TV content. I'm Nini FC, this is Blue Lions TV. I'll catch you guys later with some more videos. Cool.